All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to our Tuesday night client community call and slash coach team huddle. My name, for those that we have not met and don't know me, my name is James Richard, and I'm a certified health coach with Optavia. I've been a coach with Optavia for 4.5 years now. This July will be 5 years since I made a decision to not only take my own personal health to the next level. Jackie, let me make you a co-host. There we go. 4.5, almost 5 years ago, I made a decision to take my wife and I together. We made a decision. We wanted to get started on program together and take our health to the next level. It really wasn't about weight loss. For us, it was about getting healthy. We wanted to learn how to change our eating habits. We wanted to learn what we're going to be discussing and talking about today in element 15. How do we eat healthy for life? Because we did do the program. We had amazing results. I lost 20 pounds in 30 days on the optimal 5-in-1 plan. My wife lost 12 pounds the first time around. Second time around, she lost 15 pounds after her pregnancy, and she got back down to her pre-pregnancy weight just a few months after having our baby girl. But and for us, that's because it's just been a journey and it's been a lifestyle. The program has taught us how to eat healthy, how to make better choices. But I started with this because I wanted to become a coach. And I wanted to coach because one, I love this community. I went to an event like this, but in person almost 5 years ago, and I fell in love with the stories. I heard people getting healthy, losing weight, coming off medication. When I heard these stories, I said, I know a lot of people, not even outside of my family, a lot of people in my family that needed this program. My mom was one of those. She's no longer diabetic. She came off her cholesterol meds. She lost 45 pounds in 5 months. 4 years later, she's still off her blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol meds. When I heard stories like that, I knew I found something that can help get my mom healthy. Not just lose weight, but something that can help her get healthy. And so I became a coach. And from then, I just shared it with anyone that I knew that needed to get help or wanted to transform their health. I shared it. I post about it. I shared my story on Facebook. I shared my mom's story, and it just naturally, organically just took off. And as a result, let's see, 5 years later, there's been over 1,600 people just within this group that's gotten healthy. And that's not because of my efforts. That's because of these coaches that are here. Amazing, amazing people, from Carol to Donna to Al, Jenna, Shadon, Sylvia, Shirley, Tamara. You guys are the true all-stars here. But we're not here for me. I'm going to step out of the way because we have an amazing coach that's going to be sharing with us element 15 in our life book. So if you guys can pull out your life book. For those that are brand new, this is your first call. Every week, we come together as a group because we like to go over this life book together. I don't know if you know, but this here is your program. Many people think the program is the bars and the shakes, the food. That's not the program. This here is the program. So we come together every single week to go over the program together. So this week, we're going to be reviewing element 15, which is all about how do I eat healthy for life. So once you've lost your weight, whatever your goals might be, maybe you guys throw that in the chat. How much weight do you have to get down to your goal? If you have another 5 pounds, another 10 pounds, another 100 pounds, it's okay. Throw that in the chat. But once you get to your goal, which you stick to the 5-in-1, it's undefeated, it's predictable results, you will get there. But once you get there, how do you maintain it? How do you keep it off for good? How do we not yo-yo with our weight and go from program to program to diet and learn how to change our eating habits? Well, this element is going to help us with that. And I'm going to invite amazing coach Jackie, because she's going to go over that. And then after she shares a few points that she appreciated, we're going to open it up because we would love to hear from you on what points you appreciated and how you want to apply how you're applying element 15 into your lifestyle. So my sister Jackie Young, it is all yours. Go ahead and bring yourself off of mute, and you have our.
Good evening, friends. My name is Jackie, and I'm here because of Ricky. I saw her amazing story on Facebook, and I reached out to her, and she helped me, and that's why I'm here today, because I wanted to lose weight, had tried many yo-yo dieting, nothing worked. My blood pressure was going up, my cholesterol was up, so I wanted to get healthy without pills. So I went on the program and it actually worked. Initially, I wanted to lose 25 pounds, but I went on to lose 33 pounds, which was great. I feel great. So now I'm trying to help other people to get healthy as well. So with that said, we'll go into element 15. And in this element, we're going to learn some practical applications for healthy eating, and it's supported by different tools. And the first tool will be like a 9-inch plate system, so that you can proportion your food. You're going to have color-coded shopping carts to help you to understand how to buy excuse me, to buy your food. Okay, and it says, in this element, our goal initially was to eat the prepackaged fuelings. This was going to help us to effectively lose weight. And then we will combine that with the lean and green. And this would produce weight loss. And so now we're going to be in the transition. So therefore, our role is going to change. The fuelings is just going to be like a convenience. And it says now that the goal is to make sure that you have the system that will allow you to be in full control of your weight and your metabolic switches, but still be able to eat a large variety of whole foods. Now, in order to accomplish this, then you can look more about this on the Habits of Health part 2.4 and 2.8 in the Habits of Health book. You can learn more about that. And then it says, in this system is designated to help us to monitor and to manage our energy intake while ensuring that you get a healthy, balanced diet. And so this system is also going to teach us the basics of portion size, the correct portion of food for our designated major food groups, like the vegetables, the fruits, the proteins, and the grains. And we're going to have a color-coded system that we'll be able to choose the highest value of foods that will optimize our weight and our health. And also, the first one that we're going to consider is the 9-inch plate. And it helps us to appreciate that this is going to help us with our portion size. And we want to make sure that the plate is shallow and has a small rim around the lip so that we don't overfill our plate. So we don't want to overfill it. Then we're going here on page 286, we have a diagram of perhaps that 9-inch plate, and it's featuring the grains, the fruits, the vegetables, and the proteins. And it's gonna help us to appreciate that we can only use like 1/4 of each, which is 25% fruits, 25% vegetables, and then the other our grains and our protein. But with our vegetables, we can eat more vegetables if we choose, but not more fruit. And also it's going to give us a healthy balance of nutrition in the right amount in order to satisfy our hunger as well as to burn fat. Now on page 288, we have as you begin your transition, you're gonna want to eat a good breakfast within an hour after you get up. it says that, and then you'll eat every 3 hours, and then you'll have a healthy dinner. You will only eat the lower glycemic carbohydrate foods, which is the dark greens. And then it says you will gradually increase your daily activities. And you will learn more about this in the habits book of 2.5 and 2.6. Now, the low glycemic portions, that too is in the 2.5 Dr. A's Habits of Health book. So in this, we're going to make sure that we want to stay away from sugars and flours, and focus on the low glycemic carbohydrates. And we have a color-coded glycemic index chart here, where it talks about the low glycemics, moderate, high, and the ones that are toxic. And so it brings out that the dark greens are your best for losing weight. Your light greens is your moderate. You can eat that in moderation. And then the light orange, you want to eat that rarely. And this red one, you just want to stay away from that at all costs. Okay. Okay, and it says the elements for eating living in the green. And we think in terms of the green as like if you go to the gas station, in order for your car to work properly or at its best, you will want to get the premium so that your car can run its best. And so this would be the same with our foods. We want to make sure we pick the foods that's going to help us to maintain our fat burning and keep us in that fat burning mode. Again, it shows this plate with the grains, the fruits, and the vegetables on it. And it says that we want to have plenty of vegetables and fruits on hand. And we want to make sure we have high quality vegetables and lean proteins. Okay. And also the color-coded shopping list, we're gonna have that. It gives us a little bit of information on some of the vegetables and the fruits that we can have, like berries and peaches and apples and leaf vegetables and so forth. And over on 293, it gives us a list of those dark greens, which is your low glycemic. These are vegetables we can have. And then it shows that the ones that's high in the glycemic, which is peas, taro, corn, red beets, and carrots cooked. So those we want to kind of limit. We don't want to go too much into that. Okay, and then on the next page on 294, you have the chart for the fruits. And I didn't know olives and avocados was fruits, but okay. So anyway, you have the avocados, the limes, the lemons, the raspberries, tomatoes are in that, and grapefruits and cherries and so forth. And then you have the low glycemic, which would be your apples, nectarines, pears, strawberries, and so forth. And then the high ones that you want to kind of stay away from will be bananas, blueberries, cantaloupes, watermelon. Like I know some of those are some of our favorite things that we like to eat, but in time we can get those too a little bit. Then it goes into your proteins, which is going to be 25% of your plate, and it shows that your proteins you want to have like no more than a size of a deck of cards for your protein, which is anywhere from 5 to 7 ounces, depending on the leanness of it. then it shows that the great source, a really great source of protein will be your fish, your seafood. And this you want to have at least once or twice a week. And then it gives us some of the fish, some of the seafoods that we can eat that's in the dark green, which is like smoked salmon, Atlantic salmon, oysters, sardines, mackerel, tuna, and so forth. And then it gives us the ones that's high, that's leaner, and leanest. And we see that the lean is the salmon. So we will only have 5 ounces of that. And in the leaner portion, we can have the swordfish, which is an example of that. You have 6-ounce portions of that. And your leanest, which would be your cod, your flounder, your haddock, tilapia, maui crab, and shrimp and lobster, and so forth. Okay. And it also encourages us to really pay attention to the red meat that we get. We don't want to eat too much red meat because it's high in fat. And then it gives us a chart here on page 297 about the fat content and how much fats is in it, the saturated fats as well as the total fats. With the dark greens, buffalo, elk, and venison, which I don't know who eats that, but anyway. Then it says there are pork loins and round steak and your veal chops. All of those are less than 50%. So those will be good to eat. Then your poultry, it talks about your turkey breast, your chicken breast, and the total fats that's in that, 18 to 36%. So we want to try to stay below the 50%. Okay, and then it says like the final piece of advice would be to eat free range or organic poultry that can help you to avoid the antibiotics and the growth hormones. Also, let's see. It says you would want to limit your daily intake of dairy cholesterol, things such as eggs. You would eat a small egg because we know that cholesterol is in the eggs, but you can have plenty of the white portion of the eggs. And legume, which it brings out that this includes beans, peas, lentil, and it points out it's an all-around healthy food and it's very low in the glycemic index, so you can have that. Then it gives you the chart over here on the green on the page 299. The legumes, which is edamame, the chickpeas, garbanzo beans, lentil, and black beans, and so forth. Okay, and then it talks about how soybean, even though soybeans are good, we have to be careful about using the soy oil because then this could be inflammatory for us. So we be careful about that. And then you have your dairy products and your cheese, which is in the greens. You could have the cottage cheese, the ricotta, mozzarella, and so forth. Then you can have the nuts and the seeds, and it gives you a list of those ones that you can have, which is like low in glycemic index, like the peanuts, Brazil nuts, pumpkins, sunflower seeds, pecans, almonds, hazelnut, walnuts, and so forth. Okay, and it brings out like the walnuts are very good, healthy to add to your diet. Okay, in your grains, it brings out that most of the prepackaged foods that are real starchy or high index, it means that they deliver a large amount of carbohydrates. And so we want to avoid that. And then it says it gives you a portion size of your starches, no bigger than a tennis ball. And then it talks about your cereal and your pastas, which is 50% or less. You want 50% or less of that. And they give you a list of those things like rye bread, certain pastas, whole grain pastas, especially all brand cereal, and so forth. And then the high glycemic, you would want to stay away from until you're in your transition. You've gone through your transition, and you may add some of this in there, like the oatmeal and some of the cereals. But we want to limit that. And then it talks about the wild rice, yams, spaghetti, whole wheat. These are less than 50%. So you could have those, and then more than 50%, you will kind of like limit or stay away from. Okay, let's see. And then the one that's in the red that we definitely want to stay away from is the donuts, the sodas, the cookies, the candies, and the French fries. All of what I know we all love, but we have to kind of like limit it after we get to our point, and in fact, stay away from it, because it says you can even get diseases from eating too much of this. It causes some types of cancer as well. And also it shows, it gives a scenario of the United States and how high their fat level is. It's alarming, as compared to Japan and Africa. We're way up there. So we want to watch our fats. Then it talks about all of the fats and oils that are rich and have healthy benefits. Calories of dense food, 120 calories is in 1 tablespoon of oil. So we want to use it sparingly. And then on 307, you have a chart of the fats, the omegas, the monounsaturated, the polyunsaturated, and the saturated. So we can look at that chart and see how much fats is in that and the ones that we want to stay away from. Okay, and the fibers. This soluble fibers, which can be dissolved in water. It shows that these help to reduce blood sugars, and when we eat this in large quantities, it can help to lower cholesterol as well. And the insoluble, it shows that it doesn't dissolve in water, and it cannot be absorbed or digested. So it makes you feel full longer. It cleans your gastrointestinal tract, and it helps with bowel movement and so forth. Then it gives us a good source of insoluble fibers, which would be brown rice, whole wheat breads, cereals, and seeds, as well as fruits and vegetables. Okay.
Jackie, Sister
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yes.
You're on fire, and we're loving all the points, but we would like to open it up to everyone, only because we got a couple of minutes left.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you for covering all those points. This is an element. If you guys look at the beginning of element 15, the average time to complete this element is 2 to 4 weeks. So this is a lot of information for us to try to squeeze in 15, 20 minutes. But Jackie, thank you for hitting the main points and covering those with us.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll take a few minutes because we would like to hear from you guys on what this, if anyone would like to share, and just very brief, a few points. And if you guys can, please give Jackie some spirit fingers, throw in the chat. Let's celebrate her. Some sevens in the chat for her for taking care of this. But would like to hear from you guys on, was there anything in particular that stood out to you, which that you liked? What does this element mean to you, and how you want to apply any of it into your life or habit? Is it Manny?
Yeah, I had a quick question. So I really love sashimi, right? So that's like raw fish, right? So the fresh fish list, is that cooked fish, or can we apply it raw as well? If anybody knows, I'm curious.
Yeah, that's a great question. In your Optavia guide, have you looked in the Optavia guide and seen the different fishes in there?
Yeah, I've seen that list. I was just wondering if like this list is different from, that initial package. Yeah.
Yeah, so I personally don't do much sashimi. And I don't know if anyone here does. So would be great, Manny. Are you in the Facebook support group and Healthy Habits with Us?
I am, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Who's your coach?
Miss Tamara Bryant.
Miss Tamara Bryant, the best of the best. Can you, Manny, can you post that in Healthy Habits with Us and ask, and then tag Tamara, and let's see what the group has to say. I know there's a lot of people in there that love sashimi and raw fish, and you'll probably get some great tips from the group in there. I personally don't eat much of it, so that I couldn't really give you a for sure answer, but I know definitely either post in that group, and then if you don't get good, satisfying answers there, tomorrow will give you the number to nutrition support, and you can call Optavia nutrition support. You can talk to a licensed nutritionist that knows our program, and they definitely will be able to help you.
Perfect. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, anyone have anything else? Any points that they got out of this element that they would love to share? We'd love to hear from a few more. Go ahead, Carol, or is Ricky?
It's me. Ricky made me go. So there is so much in this. This is true. And I really appreciate the fact that it's all laid out for us, because I'm terrified of leaving my feelings. I'm very much in love just going along the way I am. But I know at some point we do go ahead and transition off. We go into maintenance, and this makes it super simple. I appreciated a few little points that on page 309. The one about if you toss foods with simple mixture of sea salt and black pepper, olive oil, and vinegar. So just keep it simple. But also it mentions using red pepper to your egg white omelets, which decreases hunger and increases your metabolism. I thought that was pretty cool. And then add a pinch of turmeric, which I like turmeric as a drink, but this says add a pinch to mustard, and add a pinch of turmeric to add a hint of mustard flavor and reduce inflammation, which I already know turmeric does that. And then it says don't forget garlic, cilantro, parsley, and basil, which add so many flavors and have numerous health benefits. So those are the things that will enhance the flavor of our food and also keep us on track.
Nice, thank you. All right, maybe we can hear one or two more. Anyone else? What does this element mean to you right now? For some of us, it might not mean anything because we're not kind of in transition. What does this element give you the opportunity to reflect on? And what actions are you going to take as a result of this element? Shadon.
I forgot what it was. Oh, I like that this element, the object is to introduce ourselves to Dr. A Habits Eating System. So this is introducing us to that part of when we get to where we want to be eating healthy and we're learning more. And that's why there's so much information here. that because this is helping us to learn this eating system. Yes, we're learning the 2 to 3 hours, that part of it, but the transition part of it to make it the eating healthy for life. So that's what I liked about it.
Yeah, that's good. So good. I know a lot of my clients are also nervous about coming off 5 and 1 because they're afraid once they get to their goal, you know, what's next. And that's what I love about our program, is that it's so much bigger than just weight loss. But we pick up where most programs leave off, because I know a lot of programs out there, but do they teach you how to transition and eat for life? So this is awesome. Andia, let's get Andia and Donna, and then we'll wrap up.
I like how it's broken down, color coded. It makes it real simple, real easy. Like with the, for instance, on page 300, how you have the numbers 20 and 50, and you know if you go over like 50, then you gotta be careful. I like how it breaks it down, and if you know like you're eating something in like the red zone that you shouldn't be eating it, like it's real simple. And I just like the simplicity of it, because like when you eat turkey, you think you're like eating just turkey meat, and you don't think about the fact that turkey sausage is worse than turkey meat. You're just thinking that you're eating turkey and it's okay. But I like how it gives like the precise breakdown, like, okay, you want to eat what page was it on? You want to eat the turkey breast instead of like the turkey dark meat is higher in fat, or the turkey hot dog is in the red zone, so you want to stay away from it. So I like how it literally gives the breakdown, because people don't really understand the breakdown of it all, and so it makes it simple for people to understand.
Yeah, very nice. Go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, to go along with that, excuse me, I like where it gives you where you can write in the shopping list underneath. So you can go ahead and write down the things that you really want and you make a good choice. And then instead of going over each box every time you want to make something or do something, you already have it written down what you've chosen. And, you know, hopefully they're always the right choices that you're going to pick from. So I like that, you know, the shopping list is right underneath to kind of give us that specific guide for each person individually.
Yeah, very nice. So many amazing tools to, I say, to force us to be successful on this journey to optimal health. Dr. A has done amazing, giving us the tools, but we have to dig into them, right? That's half the battle, because I know when I first started on this program, I didn't even know I had books. And it wasn't until I digged into these, I learned what it meant to be healthy and what optimal health really meant. All right, very nice. Thank you, Jackie, for covering the element. And again, we know that's a lot of information. Remember, as you're going through these elements, the life book is not designed for you to just read it cover to cover. The life book is a journal and it's a workbook. It's a life book for you to really work through it. That element has a lot of information. And when Dr. Anderson created that information, it's really designed for us to spend 2 to 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks through that element. So it's a lot of info. So let's go through that. For those that are still on your weight loss journey, you're still working to get to that first phase of our program, it's good for you to have this information in mind, just to know once you get to your goal, that's not it. Weight loss is just the first part of our program. We must learn how to transition and how to eat healthy for life. And that's a great element to really help us work through it. So thank you, Jackie, for covering it. And for our friends that shared your comments, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. So at this time, we will transition into our coaching call. Next week, we'll see you guys next week, because we're going to go over element 16 in our life book. Oh, this is a good one. Next week, dealing with addictive food. Does anybody, am I the only one, chocolate chip cookies, that have something that you are addicted to? Me, a good chewy chocolate chip cookie. Oh my goodness. Woo.
I'm just
Um,
addicted to good food in general.
Good food in general. I love it. So if you are element 16, we will go look over that. And then next week, come back with some tips, ideas, or things that you want to apply into your habit, into your lifestyle. All right, friends, we'll see you guys all next week. Thank you for joining us. At this time, we will transition into our coaching call. Thank you, clients, for everyone for joining us. We appreciate you guys. And thank you. If you're first time, welcome. We'll see you next week. Our coaching call, you are welcome to stay on. Not only do we meet together as clients and coaches, because even as coaches, we're still a client. I have my own personal health coach. We're all on our own journey in some way. So we work through this life book together. But now we transition to our coaching call where we can come together as coaches and learn how we can better serve our clients, how we can serve more people, and strategic ways on how we can build our business. So that's what we're going to be discussing and talking about now. So let's transition to that. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to our coaching team huddle. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? How you guys feeling? Good? Guys, 2 thumbs up for Jackie for covering that element for us. Thank you, Jackie. Great job. Amazing job. So a few things that I just wanted to go over with you guys, and we're going to keep this very, very easy, simple this week. And then Shadon has something he wants to share with us on some mindset training. So Shadon's gonna come up and finish us off this evening on some mindset training and some different things we can think about when it comes to our skill set, mindset, and motivation. So a few things we got going on. Our launch to ED Bootcamp. You guys know about that, right? So I don't know if I'll put you guys on the spot. Who don't know about it? For our coaches who do not know about the launch to ED Bootcamp. If you don't, it's okay. Because if you don't, we're going to tell you. Yeah, everybody knows about it? Cool. Who's in it? Who was on this past Saturday or watched the playback? Cool. We got quite a few hands up. Love it. Very, very nice. So we want to hear from you guys. Few minutes. Let's discuss some takeaways. You guys, so think about that. Some takeaways from you guys this last Saturday. What I wanted to do is just make sure everybody understood the action steps and the daily assignments. In addition to that Saturday boot camp. So a lot of people, I know coach, because I was one that in the beginning always thought I'm on the boot camp and then I'm great. My business is going to grow because I logged on Saturday or I watched the playback. Right? Wrong. No. Getting on the boot camp is just half the battle. Half the battle. You must do the action steps. You must actually do the work. Did you guys know, are you guys in that Facebook group? And did you see in there where they literally laid out for us step by step on daily action steps? Did you guys see that? Yeah, no, maybe so. Andia did it. Andia's been doing her action steps. I love it. Ricky said, I've been doing Donna's been doing her action steps. Okay, cool. What I'm gonna share my screen. I want to show this. So if you guys already seen it, then great. If you haven't, I wanted to share my screen and make sure you guys see this, because and they said this in the call, and then talking to my coach Jamil, he said, and this is something I've even noticed, never had we had a full organization training where like the whole organization, all of Optavia, we all come together for a training, and then they literally like tell you exactly what to do to go executive director in the next 8 weeks. Like we all know that we have an easy, simple system in place, but then at times we're like, well, I'm setting aside that hour to do my power hour. I'm doing business building activities, but what exactly, like what exactly am I supposed to be doing? How do I go from supporting 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 clients to in 8 weeks supporting 20 clients, reach an executive director, making about $2,200. Like what exactly? Tell me what to do. Is there anyone else that's like that? Like, just tell me what to do. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's what that's exactly what the top coaches in all of Optavia. So if you guys notice, every single person that was on that call, their IPDs, those are all the top level ranks in Optavia. So this training was designed by the best of the best. Okay. So they literally are showing you step by step. So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys. So if you guys don't know, you can, if you don't know, now you know. Okay. So Launch Bootcamp. So you guys, this is the Launch Bootcamp. I'm hoping everyone that's doing this has the goal to go ED. That's the purpose of this group. The purpose of this bootcamp in the next 8 weeks is to show a brand new coach how to go executive directors within the next 8 weeks. So if someone signs on today, tomorrow, I know we have someone who's going to be signing on very, very soon. Hint, hint, Jocelyn. So if a brand new coach said, I'm ready to get going and I want to become a coach and I want to learn how to support 20 clients and I want to do this within the next 8 weeks, what do I do? So you go to this Facebook group. If you guys are not in this group, make sure you get in this group because everything, this is Command Central, everything is here. Once you're in the group, so you guys probably seen discussions because everything is posted here. I had a couple people that messaged me and asked me, where's the playback? It's here in the group. You guys can see there's a bunch of coaches in here that are posting, commenting, writing stuff. But what I wanted to show you guys is if you go to the group and you click on guides, you can do this from your phone, from a tablet or your computer. It's literally going to give you step by step action steps to do every single day. So my question is did you guys know this and are you doing it? So remember day one, there was a welcome video. Once you do it, you click on this little box saying that I've done first action step was done. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to click on it. I just wanted to show you guys. Okay, and then so those were all that. Day two, there were action steps, action items. And all you do is as you do those action items, you check the box. So for everybody, you're going to do your own checkoffs. Day two, action steps. Day three, action steps. I haven't done my day 4 yet, but I've done them, but I haven't checked them off yet. Are we on day 3? Will be Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so we're on day 3. That's probably why we can't check it off. Yeah, so there we go. So all the action steps here. So that's week 1. And then after we get through week 1, it's going to open up week 2. These guys doesn't have any posts yet because we're not here at week 2. So all you have to do is, if you want to learn, if you want to build your business to executive director over these next 8 weeks, boot camp, action steps, do these action step items right here, and then check them off as you go over the next 8 weeks. Does anybody have any questions on that? I know it's very, very simple and self-explanatory, but I just want to make sure. Does anybody have any questions on that? Did you guys catch that? You guys understand it? Did you guys know that? Did you guys even know that was there?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't know how you got to it.
Okay. So you're going to share my screen again. And Donna, you should be in this group. Let's see.
Yeah, I am, but.
You're in the
Okay, so
group?
go to Facebook.
So you're going to
So
go
what do
to go to Facebook, and then up here in the search, or you can just go to your groups, or in the search up here, type in launch, LAUNCH, and then the Launch Bootcamp 8-week series should pop up.
Okay, now I got it.
Go into the group. So I'm here in the group, and then this is the first thing you're going to see, and then it's probably going to be on discussion. You're just going to click on guides. And then under guides, you're going to have all the daily action steps.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. And then if you missed it and you want to watch the playback under discussion, you have the playbacks right here. posted at the top. Any other questions? Nope. Okay, cool. Very, very simple. You guys, I know we try to keep this thing as easy and simple as possible. It's all there for you. It's all there for you. Kind of like we were talking about the life book. It's all there for our clients. It teaches them how to eat, how to transition. Everything is here. We just got to open it. We got to use it. Okay, cool. And then the last thing before I turn over to Shadon was, actually, we do want to hear some takeaways if you guys have any, but today, the registration for Optavia convention opened up. So that is the biggest event of the year. Every year, Optavia hosts an annual national convention where all the coaches come together. So that's going to be in July. They just opened up the registration. So if you register by the end of this month, by February 28th, you get the early bird registration price. So you get to save some money. So if you are going to convention, which I certainly do hope every single person here on this screen is going to Optavia convention and bringing at least 40 people with you, go register before the end of this month, because you're probably going to go. You're probably going to go because I'm going to do my best over the next till July to twist your arm to go, and along with your coach. So you're probably going to go. So you should do it and save some money. Just go ahead and register now. Okay. And I'll post the information in our Rise to Freedom coaching group so you guys can go register for that. Okay. But get that done before the end of this month so you can save some money. After February 28th, the last day of this month, it goes up. Okay. So let's take maybe just one or two points on what you guys got out of the boot camp, and then we'll switch it over. We'll give it over to Shadon. Go ahead, Charles. Let's keep it brief, you guys, please.
All right, I'm gonna be about 5 minutes, but I'm just kidding. Well, one thing that I liked out of it was how. Give me a second. Oh, there it is. So I like just some basic, like before you do a health assessment, to be conscious, to visualize. It puts it in the form of questions. Think about what your expectations are. What are you anticipating? And I think my favorite point in that is, what is your confidence level? Obviously, we're trying to help people, make, wonderful life choices. And so they should hear our confidence. I personally think that's very important. And it's like, I know like one on like a post of yours, James, you had mentioned like you graduate college with $100K in debt, and then people clap for and cheer for you. And then you mentioned several examples where you will spend so much money where people will cheer for you. And then, and what I'm thinking is like, because people will cheer for me with that, I'm so very confident. So we don't want to promote this healthy lifestyle with the attitude that, okay, you spending like what, $200 to get healthy, and then the way your demeanor comes off is you're questioning yourself. Are you sure? What if it doesn't work? Can you get your money back? You're doing all this. So you want to have that confidence, knowing that you're saving money, you're helping other people get their health and finances in order. You want to have that confidence because it's not a lie. So it's just something I kind of took from that, with my ADD mind.
Nice. Thanks, Charles, for sharing that. Go ahead, Carol and Ricky.
So what I got from it was just a couple of really quick things. One was the quote, "Imperfect action is better than no action." And then the other one is, "Declare your destination, pack your bags to launch, make your list, do your map, do your schedule, block out the important things on your calendar, like all of your meetings, things like that, and then show up daily." So those are the things I'm trying to work on.
Yeah, no, love it. Nice. Andia, go ahead.
One of the things I like is in order to be unstoppable, your why power must exceed your why not power. So sometimes you're gonna go through things and it's gonna be hard. You may have challenges, but you gotta keep your why in mind, because if you don't, you'll let that why not always win. So that was one. And then, let's see, the other one was dreams are on the other side of structure. So you can't just dream, you have to have structure in order to reach your dreams. So we want to quit spreading ourselves too thin, and we want to make sure we're organized in what we do. And I think that was and get out of your own mind, get out of that negative chatter. Like, just think about, what if I just did it, and just do it. Like, get out of the negative chatter. And that's it.
Nice, very nice. Thank you. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Sylvia, she looks tired.
Yeah, I'm right there with Andia. That time management and scheduling was one of the things that really stood out, and the value of planning for success, to plan the night before what we're going to do before we go to bed, so that the next morning, especially in regards to post, the next morning we can just go ahead and post. And then there was a real good saying, where my focus grows, energy flows. And then I think the last word was, it shows. I think that was it. But I appreciated that wherever our focus is, and that's where our energy should be. So we have to be mindful of what we're focused on, and then to be intentional at the same time.
Yeah, very nice. Very cool. So you guys, the point of this, remember, this series, this boot camp, is to go ED. Question for you. Have you made a decision? This is a question. Now, you don't have to answer it, but a serious question. Have you already made a decision that you're going to go executive director? Have you done it? If not, that's something you want to really, really think about and make that decision. Because if you can be in this boot camp, but if you haven't made that decision, it's probably not going to happen. So put that out there, manifest it, write it down, put it on your whiteboard. I am going executive director. Now, Shadon's going to help us with some mindset training that's going to really help us focus on how we can make it happen. Go ahead, Shadon.
All right. Everybody good? Yeah? I can hear you. Y'all good? Y'all good out there? Fantastic. All right. Now, this is gonna be we're gonna how they say, unplug. We're gonna get real. So everyone here right now, did you get here by accident? This is a question. Did you get here by accident? No? No? You guys can come off mute. You can come off mute. No accident?
I didn't get here by accident. I was looking for something. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I was looking for something.
James kept bugging me.
I for sure got here by accident.
You got here by accident, Carol, Ricky?
No, somebody looked for me. Somebody hollered for me.
Mara, Sylvia, Lenita, Nelly.
I see Jackie on Facebook, and that was my answer.
That's how it happened with me. I saw Barbara and Tamara on Facebook. So yeah, there was nothing accidental about me.
No accident, right? All right. So going forward, we might not even know that we were going to be a coach, right? Was that by accident?
No, Tamara told me I was going to be a coach day one.
You're going to be a coach day one. Yeah, okay. But again, was it by accident? No, not at all. So with the mindset that we want to go into, nothing is by accident.
She had stayed on.
Even if we just came here just to lose weight, that wasn't by accident. Even if we came here thinking that we needed a job and didn't know what this was going to be, It wasn't by accident. So for us to grow, what do we need to do? Is it by accident if we grow? Can we grow by accident? Can we get better by accident? What do we need to do to get better? What do we have to put in place? Anybody? Nelly?
We need to work.
I just thinking if like it's any job, if we no work, we no get no money. Then we just have to work and put our mind and time and work and get paid.
Right. We got to do the work. And yep. So doing the work is not the same as a 9 to 5, or is it? Question. Is it the same?
Could be, yeah. Depends on, it also depends on how much effort we put into that work. I mean, we can all be working, but some people put more effort into that than others.
Right. Ricky?
Yeah, I read something, I don't know where it was, but it said that you can tuck it into all the nooks and crannies in your life. So you can find little spaces, where you can put it, even if you have a full-time job that you're already working.
Right. So going with the 8-week boot camp to ED, James just showed us it ain't just getting on the videos, which when I first started, I thought that that's all it was. Like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm on the videos, I'm listening in, but there's more to it. There's action steps that we have to do. And if we don't do them action steps, we're not going to get to where we want to be. It's just like, 5 and 1-ish gets 5 and 1-ish results, right? So if we're halfway coaching-ish, we're going to get halfway coaching results, especially if we have goals and dreams that we want to accomplish. Audia, did I say your name right? I think I said it. Just said that what she learned out of the Saturday boot camp. So what does our mindset have to change to? Can we rely on that one client that helped us get so far in our business so far? Is that the mindset that we want to have? Can we rely on that one coach that's helping us so far to keep helping us? Who has to take the accountability for us to get to where we want to be? Anybody? Question? It come off you. You can point, but I need to hear y'all.
We got to take our own accountability. Like, we have to take accountability for our own actions. And if you're not having any actions, then there's definitely no accountability.
All right.
It's just like the program, the 5 and 1. We're responsible for ourselves. If we're going to lose the weight, we're going to stick with the program, or we're going to go off program. So it's the same thing. It's it's on us.
All right, Shirley.
Well, after we make that decision, which is first, then I'm repeating from the launch: mindset, get the right mindset, skill set, know what we're doing, action, and consistency. That's what it takes to make success.
Right. You guys are all hitting it. So my next question is, okay, so growing up, right? You're watching cartoons. If you did watch cartoons, are you watching the show? And there's always one character that stood out to you that you may like more than the other characters. So I'll give an example. Ninja Turtles, that was like one of my favorite shows. And with Ninja Turtles, there was 4 turtles, but one always stood out to me, and that was Leonardo. he always stood out to me. You know, everybody looked up to him. You know, he was the leader, you know, and he had some cool swords. But when I'm saying this is what you see on cartoons or TV shows that you see that you can relate to, that's a personality trait that you already have in yourself. You may not recognize it or feel like that is a part of you, but it is you because you see that in that person that you're drawing to. So with that being said, how many in here has the confidence in here to be like, I'm a great coach? Anybody? No, nobody thinks that they're a great coach. Al thinks he's a great coach. Nobody else thinks that they're a great coach. Carol thinks she's a great coach. Nobody else thinks that they're a great coach.
My husband thinks I am, but I think I still got a lot of work to do.
Carol, James, you guys.
Why are you guys thinking that you guys are not great coaches?
I mean,
yes, go ahead.
Work to do.
We all have more work to do to learn, but why don't you think that you're a great coach? Just because you're learning doesn't mean that you're not good or great, because there's always going to be more stuff that we can learn. But does that make you not great because you're learning? No. You guys are all great coaches. Accept that, understand that, mentally say that. Yes, we have a lot to learn. Yes, we all came in this healthy lifestyle Optavia, learning different things at different parts of our journey, because it's just a personal journey as you go along. That's all coaching is a personal journey. So you have the tools. We have the tools, right?
Yes.
The Optavia and Jamil and their organization provides us with the materials that we need, the tools. So we got that check. Then we have to put into action to use the tools, because tools can just sit there. If you want to fix something, it ain't gonna fix itself. You can have all the tools to fix a leaky sink, but if you don't use it, it's still gonna leak. We have to put in action. And so putting in the action is putting in the work. Putting in the work is changing your mindset. Yeah, we can talk to everybody and maybe get one client, but does that stop you? Is that limited you from keep going? We all have goals, right? We all want something out of this, right? We want to help people, but we all want something for ourselves as well as too, which is nothing wrong with that. So we have to have that mindset that this isn't an accident. This isn't by chance how I made it to where I'm at right now. And if we're not seeing results from our actions and our steps that we're taking, we have to regroup and see what might we be doing differently, or what can we do differently. Because as you grow, your audience is going to grow as well, as you're adding more people, as you're adding and talking to more people. It's going to change, and you might have to change the direction of what you are doing in that time, because they're changing just like the world's changing. So again, this is not by accident that you guys are here. No accident. You guys are all great coaches. So I'm gonna ask this question again. Who's on here as a great coach? Stand up. Maggie, put that hand up. Put that hand up. Put that hand up. Jenna, put that hand up. We are all great coaches. Yes, we're learning, but we are all great coaches. Understand that, have that confidence. This is what you do. You know, since Kobe passed, you know, everybody talks about Mamba mentality more than often than they did before. But what is Mamba mentality? Is that just skills? Is that I just got here like this? Mamba mentality is putting in the work, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you may think, how you feel. Is continually putting in the work to be the best that you can be. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I didn't want to take too much of your time, but you guys are all great. Yes, we're learning, but have that confidence. The more confidence that you have that you put out, people are going to recognize that. They already see the changes in you physically. Now let them see the changes with you mentally. The growth that you put out. You mentally have changed. So have that confidence. Project that confidence. And people are going to see that. So you guys are all doing good. Fantastic. Keep it up. I hope what I said made sense. If it tweaked something in there, but just know that this isn't an accident. We have to put in the actions, we have to put in the steps to get to where we want to be. And I'm not just speaking to you guys, I'm speaking to myself at the same time. So don't think that I'm any different. I'm an imperfect person, just like everyone in here. And we all are on this journey. We all have our own journey that we're going through. So just keep the confidence and know that you're doing great. And just keep projecting that out. All right. Any questions? Hope not. No? Good? Fantastic. That wraps it up for today. You guys have a great rest of the week. We will see you guys on the call on Saturday, right?
Yes.
All right.